once I hit all, so you let it know when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So let's finish this. So under 1.5 minutes, so let's finish it. So engine output summary. Here we go. So for the first one we got is 1994. So this will show the year, base model, GT, Cobra, and a special edition. Alright, so starting off with is 1994. So for 1994, so we're going to start off with the base model Mustangs. So for both 1994 and so for both 1994 and 1995, they both make 145 horsepower. So 145 horsepower. So they both make 145 horsepower at 4,000 RPM and at 2,000 RPM. So at 4,000 RPM, they both make 145 horsepower at 4,000 RPM, and at 2,500 RPM, they make 215 pound-feet, 291 Newton meters of torque. Not bad in 1994 and 1995. So they pretty much just make the same performance for both 94 and 95. For 1996, however, so for both 94 and 95. However, for 1996, so for 1996, so for 1996, 1997, and 1998. So for 1996, 1997, and 1998, they make 150 horsepower at the same 4,000 RPM. At the same 4,000 RPM. So all three make 150 horsepower. So 5 more than previous. 5 more than 94, 95. So for 96, 97, 98, they made 150 horsepower at 150 horsepower. So same RPMs for both power and torque than the previous years. However, they now make 150 horsepower. So 150 horsepower and 215 pound-feet, 292 Newton meters of torque at the same exact 2,500 RPM. So not much of a difference there anyway, it's just the same here. For 96, 97, and 9, so for both 94 and 95, they make the same exact power. And same goes for 96, 97, and 98. They just make the same power as well. So there's not much of a difference anyways, in terms of power outputs and whatnot. However, in 1999, so for 96, 97, 98, they make the same exact power. However, for 1999, they made a bunch more power, extra 40 more horsepower. So at 5,250 RPMs this time, it made from 150 to 190 horsepower, so 5250 RPMs. And at 2750 RPMs, 220 pound feet. So 220 pound feet. So 220 pound feet. So 220 pound feet. 220 pound feet. 200 and so 220 pound feet. 298 newton meters of torque at 2750 RPMs. So at 2750 RPMs. What? Yeah, 1988. 150 horsepower. No, so 1988. 150 horsepower. 4,000 RPM. 215 pound feet. 292 newton meters of torque. 2,500 RPM. So for both 1999 and 2000, they both made at 5,250 RPMs, 190 horsepower, and at 5,250 RPMs. So at 5,250 RPMs. So at 99 and 2000, they both made at 5,250 RPMs, 190 horsepower. And at 2,750 RPMs, 220 pound feet, 298 newton meters of torque, almost 300 newton meters of torque. Not bad, not bad. So for both 99 and 2000. A year later, the first Fast and Furious movie came out in 2001. It had a little bit of a power increase. This time at 5,500 RPM, it made 193 horsepower, so 3 more horsepower than previously, but still not so much. So 193 horsepower. So 193 horsepower. At 5,500 RPM. So 5,500 RPM. And 225 pound feet. 305 newton meters of torque at 2,800 RPM. Same goes for 2002, 2003, and 2004. Okay. That's the base models done. Now we got the GTs. So for the GTs, for the years 1994. So from 1994 up until 1987, for those 4 years, so 94, 95, 96, and 97, they made at 4,200 RPM. That's extra 70 horsepower more than the base model did. A whopping 215 horsepower. So 215 horsepower. Pretty good. Not bad at 4,200 RPM. And at 3,400 RPM, 215 newton meters of torque at 3,400 RPM. So that's from 94 from 94 to 97. However, for 95, 96, and 97, for the torque, the RPMs went up by an extra 100 more for torque from 34 to 3,500 RPM. So it's a bit of an RPM increase up there. Not bad for 94 to 97. In 1998, it made at 4,750 RPMs. So in 1988, it made at 4,750 RPMs. So 4,750 RPMs. 225 horsepower. That's the same as a 93 Mustang Cobra. It's the same as a 1983 Mustang SVT Cobra R. So yeah, in 1988, they made up 4,750 RPMs, 225 horsepower. So 10 horsepower more than previous. And it made at 3,500 RPM, 290 pound-feet. So 290 pound-feet, 393 newton meters of torque at 3,500 RPM. So that's 5 pound-feet, 7 newton meters more than previously. So that's for 1988. In 1999, however, it made 260 horsepower, 35 more than 1988 had to offer. So in 1989, it made at 5,200 RPM. 5,200 RPM. The 5,250 RPMs actually. So 5,250 RPMs. 260 horsepower for 1989. So for 1989, it made at 5,250 RPMs, 260 horsepower, and at 4,000 RPMs, 302 pound-feet, 409 newton meters of torque. Not bad at 4,000 RPM. Pretty good. And the same goes for 97. So 96, 97, and 98. They made 305 horsepower, 65 more than 94 and 95 had to offer. Except for 96, 97, and 98. They made at 5,800 RPM. So 5,800 RPM. 305 horsepower. So the same as a WRX STI. Subaru. Not bad, not bad. Anyways, say they made 58. So they made at 5,800 RPM. 305 horsepower. So 305 horsepower and at 4,800 RPM. So 1,000 RPM difference there. Dead on at 300 pound-feet, 407 newton-meters of torque. Pretty good, not bad at 4,800 RPM. Same goes for 1987 and 1988. In 1999, however, in 1999, however, all the way up until 2002, so for 1989, 2000, so 1989, 2000, 2001, and 2002, they made 320 horsepower, so 320 horsepower at 320 horsepower at approximately dead on at 6,000 RPM and at 4,750 RPMs. They made 317 pound-feet, a colossal 430 newton-meters of torque at 4,750 RPMs. So 6,000 RPM, 320 horsepower, and at 4,750 RPMs. 317 pound-feet. So 317 pound-feet. 430 newton-meters of torque at 4,750 RPMs. So yeah, 4,750 RPMs. And the same goes for after 1989. Same goes for 2000, 2001, 2002. And that's pretty much it. In 2003, however, it made a hell of a lot more power. So yeah, for both 2003 and 2000, so for both 2003 and 2004, they made 390 horsepower. That's with a supercharger into it. That's with a supercharged 5.4 liter V8, I think. So they both made 390 horsepower. So 390 horsepower. So 390 horsepower, almost 400 horsepower. Pretty damn good. So 390 horsepower and 390 pound-feet. 529, round up like 530 newton-meters of torque. none for 1986, 1987, 1998, or even 1999. In 2000, we have another Cobra R, but this time with an increase in a whopping 85 more horsepower. So it now makes from 300 to 300 and a colossally crazy 385 horsepower. That's the same as a Kima GT4 2016 version. But that's much lighter and it handles better than the Cobra R. Handles better than the Cobra R. So it went from 300 to 385 horsepower. Pretty good, not bad for 1,000. Well, jeez. Not bad for the year 2000. So, yeah, not bad for the year 2000. In 2001, however, they had the Bullet version with 265 horsepower, 120 less than the Cobra R. And that was for 2001. They had none for 2002, and for both 2003 and 2004, they had the Mach 1. The Mach 1 for so they had the Mach 1. In both 2003 and 2004, they had the Mach 1. The Mach 1 with 305 horsepower, 40 more than the Bullet, but 80 less than the Cobra R. Alright. And that is officially it for the 4th Gen Mustang. Thank God. Alright, so for my next Mustang video will be about my most favorite one and dream Mustang of all, the 5th generation Mustang. So that's gonna be pretty damn cool. And so yeah, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Hit that notification bell and to hit all so you're alerted of when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great evening and have a great day tomorrow morning. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care folks, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys soon.